Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are. Welcome to the Art of the Name. I'll give a few of you time to stream in. I'll try not to stutter, and then we should be okay. It's good to be here. It's obviously Wednesday afternoon, taking time out of my glorious day, which means I'm going to be working till 8 or 9 o'clock tonight, but it's all for the people. Anyway, I see some of you coming in, a few comments starting to come in as people say, hello, everyone. Hey, Stephen, good to see you. We'll give it, oh, wow, it just spiked up from there. So we'll give it a few more seconds or minutes till people come in. We'll give you an early bird name that you guys are probably going to like and want to grab. Lots of good stuff today. We may run a little bit long today, which hopefully we won't. I'm going to try to push it all into the hour, typical fire hose style from me. So expect a very interesting, very good long show, and it's going to fly by. So lots of great names for you today, lots of good dropping names, and lots of really good names that are available. And I've left some of them in both the dropping and the available to show you examples of what's good and what's bad and why a name may look good, but it really isn't, so that hopefully you guys understand which names you should be buying. One of the benefits I've had this week is I did a portfolio review earlier on the weekend, and what I was able to see was somebody had their names organized in a way that was easy to see. They organized them in a way where they showed me the names that they bought before they started watching The Art of the Name or listening to me through the broadcast, and then they showed me the names after they started listening to the broadcast. And there was definitely a huge quality difference after they started watching some of the shows. So I'm glad to see that it's helping, and I'm glad to see that it's making a difference in your portfolios. And hopefully, as we go on, you'll continue to learn better how to just look at a list of names and pick out the gold and avoid some of the stuff that is fool's gold, which is what 99.9% of the domains are, but people think they're good. So let's get over some of the welcomes. Stephen, good to see you again, joining us from Facebook. John joining us from Facebook. Tom also on Facebook. This is a Facebook user. I'm pretty sure I know who that is. David, good to see you. Fast Fingers. David is there. Mark Becker. And then somebody else referring to me as Mr. Dicker, which is absolutely not necessary. Robert, good to see you as always. So yeah, it was really good. One of the things that I was talking about earlier was I went through a portfolio for somebody, and I had a really good look at the names that they bought before they started watching the videos and after, and the quality was so much higher after they started watching the show. So that was a really good thing for me to be able to see. And I was asked, I did another portfolio review, and somebody asked me if they always go this well. The portfolio had a lot of good names in it. It was worth a fair deal of money. And I said, no, unfortunately, a lot of the portfolio reviews I do, I have to get people back on a right track because they're buying all the wrong names. So that's usually how it goes, is that I have to let people know what's good, what's bad, and then they can focus on the good names they have, drop the crappy ones, and start to register better domain names. All right, back to the hellos. Hey, Naveen, good to see you. Dwayne, good to see you. Welcome. Bill, joining from YouTube. Welcome. Mr. McFagan, sorry, back. Hey, Scott, good to see you. Hey now. Everybody seems to be here today, and we're it's growing as we go. So today's going to be a really good show. Like I said, I'm going to have trouble packing it into an hour, so I'm not really going to wait too long to get going. I'm going to give you your first little teaser. It's a name that is available for registration right now, and we'll let you guys have the showdown to see who gets it. I've just posted it. It is artificialventilator.com, and I use the affiliate link. Try to use those if you can, so that I make a buck off each domain name. Woohoo! Anyway, that's not how I'm going to retire. Shane Robinson, hello, and welcome to everybody. So we have a lot of good stuff to go over. I will drop Shane's comment. There we go. Let's get rid of the banner. You know where you are. You're at the Art of the Name. My name is Adam Dicker, and we're off today to do all kinds of cool stuff with a large list of names that are available today and a large list of names that are dropping tomorrow. There's even going to be a name that we're going to have a live auction on that I already registered because I felt so bad for everybody having to go after these things and get lucky. So I don't care if it ends at $5 or whatever. We're just going to have some fun with that too. Just another thing we're going to add to the show today. Not looking to make money at it. You can get the name and donate the money to a charity of your choice. I don't really care. But anyway, you can join us at facebook.com/groups/theartofthename. Feel free to sign up, join. You're going to notice the group is growing, starting to grow a little bit more rapidly. I think we're at about 450, and I expect it to grow pretty rapidly over time. I don't know who got the artificial ventilator. I guess we'll find out afterwards. Let's start out today. Let me look at some of the comments. Nothing, no comments since all the highs. Okay, so I guess we're going to get to the names that are dropping. What I did today is I put the names that are dropping in the tool, expired domain search tool, and I also put the available names in so you can see the actual numbers for those before you run off and register them. So without further ado, let's take a look at the names that are dropping tomorrow. I will move this window over, share my screen, and let's get ready to rock. All right. Hope you guys are ready. It's a big list, a good list. I think you're going to enjoy it. Is this the right one? Better make sure I get the right one because there's two here. Let's see which one is sharing. Yes, this is the right one. Okay, let's get my face out of there. All right, let's go. So here are some good names. Feel free to leave your comments in the window as you go. We're starting with the crappiest names that are dropping, going to the good ones. These are all dropping tomorrow, so you can put back orders in or hope nobody gets them. Remember, some of them I put in here are not good to get, so you don't need to take them all down or write them all down. This list will also be available in the folder that you guys should have access to, and if you don't, you can request it. I'll give you the link afterwards. So let's go. I'm going to tell you which ones are good, which ones aren't good, so you know which ones to bother with. Hemp cleansers, 79 people a month look for it, not a bad name. World Health Meters, to me that's stupid, I don't know what it is. Sugars Benefits, it's like a sugar daddy thing, also not good, so watch where your plurals are. Gardening Auctions, good name, 863 people look for it. Montreal Condo Sales, good name. Baseball Bunts, it's not a bad name, two terms that go together with baseball. I'm not sure what you use it for, but you could. Seattle Legal Service, also a decent name. Boston Lawnmowers, could be just for gardening or landscaping. Omaha Dog Grooming, good name. High Smiler, this could be a brandable for a dentist. Energizer Drinks, really good name. Energizer drinks are very popular, as you guys know. Paper Grader, I wasn't really sure what this was till I Googled it, and still not sure, but 2,000 people look for it a month. Caterer Supply, Digital Web Experts, Floor Plan Renders, Ultrasound Technician Schooling, and then we get to some bulldogs. French Bulldog Sales, good name. French Bulldogs are very popular, 3,000 a month looking for sales on it. Let's see what else we got. Accessory Pods, had to Google that too, interesting one, 3,000 a month. The names will get so much better. We have 154 on the list, so don't be discouraged with some of them you see now. I promise you there'll be some that will get you very excited. Gardening Auction, I think it's the plural of gardening auctions, also good. Well, I know it's the singular of gardening auctions. I don't need to be told. Mexican News Daily, lots of traffic. I don't know if somebody wants to start a news site. Now, Subliminal Lose Weight. I don't know how this is done. I'm not even sure why people are looking for it. It's just one of those stupid domains that has words that don't make any sense. I'm not sure how you could subliminally lose weight, but it's interesting. Reading Mind Tricks, interesting. Hiker's Gifts. This is a popular one with 3,500 and not a bad domain name. Strong Password Generator, very good. It can generate passwords. Engage rate could be not so much engagement rate like wedding engagement rate, but how much do users engage with your content and things like that. Could be a content development site, could be good. GPS notebooks, good. Divorce booklet, should anybody need a booklet, there's 190 people looking for a divorce booklet. Nevada Bikes, great name, great brandable, probably easy to sell. You could sell motorcycles or e-bikes or whatever you wanted. Euros Work, 6640, I guess you could pay people euros for work. Spiritual Boxes, 6,700. Dietary Herb, which there are lots of, 7,200 a month. Big Lighters, apparently people look for that. I don't know if it's a gag gift or what, 7,500 a month. Personal Dolls, if you want a doll that looks like you or something, you could get one made. I don't know, it's a business though. It's actually a real business. I bought one when I was younger. I think I slept with it all the time, and then I gave it away to an ex-girlfriend who probably ripped its head off. Anyway, 7,670 for personal dolls. Humanity Insurance. Aren't we all humanity? Online craft store. I like that name. I think it's good. Smokehouse restaurants. Lots of those. There are a ton of smokehouse restaurants, so that's probably a sellable name. Psychiatrist telehealth. Also not bad. Now this one, Bath Bombs. Bath Bombs is really popular. This one is Bath with an S at the end of Bath, and then Bombs also has a lot of traffic, so you clearly set up an affiliate site for Bath Bombs. It wouldn't be too far off. Google Mobile Test, trademark. Wouldn't really register it, but it is in there because there is a page called Google Mobile Test where they will tell you if your site is mobile ready. 10,000 people Google it, so I guess they Google Mobile Test. Sydney Escape Room. Escape Room's really popular, 10,000. Seal Coat Driveway, good one, 10,700. Oh, we're going to get to some really good ones shortly. Diagonal Solution. I'm not really sure what this would be, but it's an interesting name for a company or something like that. Campers Gifts. This is a good one. There's lots of campers, especially summertime, lots of gifts. Google Notebooks, again, trademark, but lots of people are going to go for it. Adrian Water is a very popular name domain. Trader sites, you could trade anything on it. 12,600. Rebook online. So if there's anything that you had to rebook during the pandemic, where you had to rebook a flight, rebook a hotel, rebook anything, maybe if we get a site, it sounds like you'd get it cheaper. Who knows? It could also be a type of Reebok, but we'll go with Rebook Online instead. Sensitive skin soaps. Lots of people have sensitive skin. This is a good business where basically you can set up a soap resale company or something like that. So that's a good one. Definitely worth grabbing. Downloadable gaming. Lots of games are all downloadable now. Even the PlayStation, every other machine has a download version as opposed to sticking in cartridges. Live care services. I left this on here because it's opposed to dead care services. I don't know exactly what I would do with that one, but anyway. Home generations. This is an interesting name. I just like the two-word combo. I'm not sure what I would do with it, but it's an interesting name. Account saver. All banks have account saver options where they give you these special accounts and you can save extra money. Not bad. Contact chasing. This is a very good name for a skip chasing business, or if you want to provide leads to any business on any topic, contact chasing is very good. This one I just found interesting. Horse bracelets. I'm guessing it's bracelets that have horses on them and not bracelets meant for horses. So lots of people love horses. Lots of people look for horse bracelets. This one was brought to me by somebody. Apply condom. Apparently 19,400 people are figuring out how to apply a condom. It's interesting. They do have sites for feminine hygiene that explain things to do with female stuff, so maybe this would be a good site. And who knows, it could actually have a lot of traffic. Don't know. Jello cakes, very popular. Bill Cosby loves them. Just don't buy one from him because, well, who knows what's in it. Best diet plans, a really good name. Lots of people look for diet plans, lots of traffic. They don't know what to do. Cheyenne Artist. Cheyenne is a city. Artist would be good. There's lots of things you can do with that one. Acupressure Relief. Acupressure may or may not be spelt with two C's. Maybe it's right. I don't think so, but it's still got a lot of traffic. Tactical wallets. This could be like any kind of tactical or army type wallet. Interesting. Now we're starting to get to the really good ones, so hopefully I'll see some more comments come in from you guys. Simple Pave. I think that's great for a paving company that does driveways or any paving business. I think it's good. Eyes therapy. Any therapy to do with your eyes is good. And now we're getting better. Cases stores. Now, again, I don't like the S here. It should be case stores, but you can sell all kinds of cases there. Trip planner map. They used to give those out with the AAA and the CAA before. They were triptychs. You could plan a trip for somebody and tell them all the sites to go see. A vanity set could be like the sink and the toilet matching, and you sell those. And then we get to something really good. Lady smartwatches. So if you're interested in a good domain, Lady Smartwatches is a good one. There is no trademark on this, so it's good. Meet backgrounds. This is for obviously Zoom or Google Meet or whatever you want. Printer offline fix. If people want to get their printer fixes, it's not bad. This one's good too. Free internships. There's a lot of internships that go around at all companies where they accept people and teach them how to do things. 30,000 people a month. Crochet masks, also pretty big. We have so many more to get to. Blacked out car, 30,000. Pickle salt, I didn't even know this was a thing till yesterday, 32,000. Main unemployment, 32,000, 33,000. Hardware fence could be obviously a type of fencing or a fencing company, or it could be a security system that is a hardware fence for a firewall or something like that. Probably firewall is a better one for that, for hardware fence. Weighted blankie, there's lots of weighted blankets that sell. Weighted blankie is a brandable, 40,000 people look for it. Engineers drawings, or with just drawing, also good. This is a real winner. College desks. Every college student needs a college desk. A lot of them come in the dorms, but a lot of people look for them. Keep an eye on college desks tomorrow in the drops. You can see they're getting better. Online design courses, another good domain name. Newsletter mailings. Well, everybody needs a newsletter. You can set up a company that does mailings for every company and run it as a service. It's a business on its own. Newsletter mailings, another good one to watch tomorrow. United Medical Center. Center is spelt the Canadian and UK way, so watch that, but 46,000 people look for it. Great domain name, and there's lots of places to sell that. Agency visa. This could be getting people visas to come into different countries. No trademark if you use it as a visa like that, and 48,000 people look for it. We're not even at the really good ones. What about the urgent hires? If you have urgent hires that you need to bring in, this is great for an employment agency or anybody who's running something. Design web tools, also very good. 54,000 people look for stuff to design web tools. Mobile obituary. This could be good for my friend Michael Neal. A mobile obituary. I'm not sure what it would be, but it'd be on your phone. Granting a loan, 58,000 people. You could do loan applications with affiliates. You could process them, send them off for people, and make money with that. Produce deliver. For me, it should be delivery, produce delivery, but people go for produce deliver. This is an interesting one. I left this in here. I was kind of laughing at it, but apparently 63,200 people are not laughing like I am. So condo for cats. Now, I guess I wasn't thinking of a cat getting its own condo. That's probably what I was thinking, but really it should be condos that are cat friendly, and then I think it would probably be something that's better, pet friendly. Immunotherapy allergy, 63,000. Inspiring game. Everybody likes a nice inspiring game. Hope you guys are following along. This list will be available for you. Vitamin supplement store. Great name for a business. Best blog platform. Probably WordPress, but you can do what you want there. Metals refinery, 65,000. Code pairing, it's a lot of coding and stuff like that. Here's another great one, fantastic one. Write this one down. Book plane tickets. Book plane tickets is an excellent domain dropping tomorrow. 67,000 people are looking for it. Optimum wife. This one has 70,000. You had to laugh at this because 71,000 people are looking for an optimum wife, but probably nobody is looking for the optimum husband because it probably doesn't exist and is probably free for registration. But 71,000 people are looking for the optimum wife, which I don't know what that means. Bracelet quotes. This could be anything. You have a bracelet you wear and it's got a quote on it, and you sell bracelets with quotes. Virtually date. Well, during a pandemic, everybody is virtually dating, so that's not a bad one. Markets liquidity, 76,000. Trim grass. This is good for somebody who does quick landscaping or does grass and stuff like that. Trim grass, and not to be confused with trim bush. This is trim grass, so you want to make sure that you get that as a landscaper. Children reader. This could be like some sort of a tablet that reads for kids. Sports bet tip, also a really good name if you want to start up a site and you want to flip a coin. Uber Eats Deliver, this is just Eats Deliver, kind of good, 85,000. Facts about Italy, 86,000 people. So if you're Italian or you know an Italian, you're just interested in Italy and you want to build a really good site about Italy, you should do it on something like this because they're looking for it. All right, now we're getting to the ones that have some real traffic. Incontinence product. Lots of people have trouble with incontinence. It's not anything to joke or laugh about, and it's a good place to sell incontinence products. Inspect service. It's like an inspection service, could be for anything. You could inspect packages at the border. You could do anything that you want. This is a funny one that's in this list. Domain for website.com. So if, I don't know what I would have done with this. If it was on the available list, I may have taken it, but 103,000 people are looking for domain for website. If that's not a business where you can sell them everything in the kitchen sink, I don't know what is. So keep an eye on that one tomorrow, 103,000 people. Reduce plastic, everyone wants to save the environment. Today, economic news. This is good for a news site. I still prefer domain for website. Snap accounts, could be anything. Could be Snap name accounts, could be anything. Botanical Landscapes, 118,000 people. Great name, very good. Disposable dish. I had some people over last weekend and I bought some disposable dishes because I didn't feel like doing the dishwasher. It was my wife's family and I just didn't feel like it. Wouldn't have done it for my family either. Sealing paper, 122,000. I'm not sure what sealing paper is, but interesting traffic. Okay, this one's a big one. Free Audible books. Audible books, audiobooks are taking over the world by storm. I just saw on a news show that audiobooks are way, way outselling books that people buy and read. So people like to hear people talk to them. One of the reasons they said they were so popular is because you can feel the feeling of the author as they read it to you. So stick with Audible books and start to snap up some names in that industry because it's going to be huge. We're still going and we're 20 minutes in. This one I just left in. For those of you that have butt acne problems, there's a lot of you, 129,000 people that have it and look for it. They probably want to look for a cure, not just butt acne, but that's up to them. Smart dress code. This is really good. You always want to know what a smart dress code is. Maybe you want to sell clothes there. Advanced auto care, 137,000 people looking for advanced auto care. Hairstylist gifts for your hairstylist, also good, 138,000. I know a lot of people buy their hairstylist gifts. All right, now we get to some tricky stuff. Exactors, a one word. It's spelt differently than the exactor at a horse race. EXAXTORS as exactors in horse races or in gambling. Still 139,000 people can't spell it or don't know. Marketing targets, interesting, good name. Blog about women, very good name, 145,000. This could be blog about women, could be written by women for women, and that would be the tagline. Really good domain name. Loyal quotes, people like quotes, I like them, love to read them, interesting. Books readings, again, prefer book readings, but books readings has 153,000. Customer loyal, would rather have loyal customer, but anyway, it's there. Russian vaccines, 169,000. Online medicine store. This is a good name too, 173,000 people. It's only going to get better from here. Control infections. Well, who doesn't want to control an infection? Disinfectant chemicals. This is a good domain name and a brand where you could actually sell something and have a business on. Subscriptions management. Now, this could be a piece of software that you allow people to use and it will unroll them from ridiculous subscriptions they have in their emails. Or they could subscribe to magazines and you could make some money. It could be anything. English lectures. This could be for people who are English as a second language, or it could be just lectures by English people. Background banners. Interesting. Probably a business where you could sell banners. Administrator service. Very good name, 200,000. World Trade Centers. Okay, this is a very sensitive name, so only if you're going to do a dedication to the World Trade Centers would I suggest picking it up. It is the RE, not the American way, so it's the Canadian, the British way. Watch for that. Customized poster. If you want a poster made, that would be a great site to go to. Pencil portrait drawings. They do them on the street and they're pretty cool, so they're interesting. Hers Truly. If you want to be Hers Truly, it's a pretty good brandable name. I don't know what you could do with it, but it's good. Platform websites. You could talk about any platform software that you want, anything to do with anything from business intelligence to CRMs to anything. Great name for websites to do review sites. Insurance plan. Health would rather have health plans, insurance. Letters pendant is just a pendant with letters in your initials. Live betting tip, also hot, 289,000. Brand luggages, it's okay. I wasn't that big on it, but 293,000 like it. West Palm Beach Airport. Okay, this is an example of lots of people Google it, but what would you do for it? I don't know what I would do here. Maybe a limo to the airport. That's about it. Design free template, 315. Smart doorbells or doorbell smart. It's a bit backwards. This one here is a brandable. Sale Vinyl. Great for those up and coming record stores that are back in action now. So Sale Vinyl is good for a brandable for a record store. Who doesn't want a bright appearance? Budget app. This is a great name if you want to sell apps. A budgetapp.com. Corey Joseph. He either plays hockey for the Leafs or he's with the Blue Jays. I forget. Probably hockey. 400,000 people look for it, and it's a very popular name. Bondage suspension for those of you that have weird hobbies at home. Taking Pic, great for a photographer or online photo developer. Oil pressing, didn't know what this is. Interesting, 422,000. Healthy Work Snacks, great name. Skilled photography, you want a skilled photographer. For those of you that are still here, we are getting into the really good names, so let's keep going. Yoga for a couple, also good. Decorating classes, 565,000 people. Gift bookstore, 570,000, 70,000, blah. Good one. Crystals for healing, I know it's a popular thing, 579,000 people are Googling it, so it's a really good domain name. Next, eat restaurants. I guess it's eat at restaurants, but people Google that. Social media activist. This is great if you want to brand yourself as a social media activist. Loved son. Okay, this is a tough one. What I thought about for this is somebody who may or may not have lost a son could dedicate a website to their son. It's a really good domain name for something like that, or you could just dedicate it to your son who's still alive. Or it could be for a bunch of people. Royal Veterinary College, big traffic. For sale trucks, good for trucks. Growing industrial, interesting. Domestic flight booking, another flight booking one that you want to pay attention to if you're going to book flights. Domestic flight booking, demographic trends, a gift paper bag. People sell those bags all the time at the dollar store and everywhere else. Maybe you want to do something with them. New slides, these could be a great site for PowerPoint or something like that. New slides, everything. Chinook helicopter is a helicopter. I've been told 737,000 people like it. Okay, here's another good one. Private security companies. Now, I would prefer private security company unless it was a directory, but if you want to do private security companies, you could use this as a directory, list all the companies, charge them to be in it. There's 853,000 people a month looking for it, and you could use subdomains like Canada, private security companies, or Texas, or whatever you want to get that out there. Closed business, interesting domain name. I'm not sure what you would do with it, but it's a really interesting name. Luxurious bed. Well, who doesn't want a luxurious bed? Apparently, almost 1 million people do. Physics medicine, interesting. Not sure they go together well, but I guess so. Ranch dressing, the way Americans love ranch dressing, man. Over 1.1 million people want ranch dressing recipes. Good healthy meals, great brandable for a recipe site for traffic. All right, here's another one word, diagnosable. This is a really strong one word domain name and one of the best one word names I've seen drop in a while. 1.4 million people want it. Add lines, I don't know what it could be, but it's an interesting name with 1.8 million. Public relations marketing, almost 2 million people looking for this. It's a great name, and public relations with marketing goes well. It's quite a good name. Handmade cotton, 3 million people looking for handmade cotton. Good name. Table outside. Well, with a pandemic, everyone's had a table outside. 3.8 million people looking for that. 4 million people looking for messages received. That's a business that you could do as a VA or as a message taker or whatever you wanted to do. It's good. University of Greenwich is just there. I wouldn't get it. Adult social care. This is pretty interesting. 6 million people look for adult social care, so that's a pretty interesting name, and it's a business. Cover the patio. Somebody didn't understand what that name was before. I explained to them in Canada, we cover our patio and our deck furniture in the winter to make sure it doesn't get destroyed. Apparently 6 million people around the world look for patio furniture covers. Lights installation, another really good domain name if you want to have some sort of lighting installation done or light installation. Here's another interesting one, transgender people. 6.5 million people are Googling transgender people. And that's the most generic term I think you can find for it. So if you're interested in creating a site, an information site for transgender people, there you go. Work with travel. Lots of people, 6.8 million people a month want to work and travel. So they want to find a place where they can work that allows them to travel. I guess they hate it at home. Interesting. Can you believe we're not at the best ones yet? We're almost there. Advocacy for health is another good one, 7 million. Trade and sales. This is a good name. It's very generic. I think it's pretty cool. Style for work. Could be a clothing store. I think that one's a good one. This is one I really like. Shouldn't be telling you guys this, but site locks. I think of it as a really good security site for securing your site so people, while they have security, they've got perfect security with their website and they should be happy about that. Chili powder. Lots of people looking for chili powder. Accept the offer. Huge, huge traffic on this. Imagine being a real estate agent or anything else or a contracts person or anybody who has accept the offer. You're basically looking at, like, I think it's 22 million people looking for accept the offer. And then sites for free, 86 million. And then anti-infectant. That's like 10 billion people look for anti-infectant, but I like accept the offer and sites for free. And then history women, a great site to do a whole history on women. I don't care that doesn't have the of. It's got so much traffic, it doesn't really matter. Build a site, talk about all the incredible women that are out there that we've seen, and you will be happy with that. So there you have it, a huge list of domains that are dropping that I will make available for you today. I hope there's some that you like in here. There's definitely some that I like and definitely some that I will be going after. So let's stop that sharing. Let's look at the comments. Feel free to post your comments in. So the first one was, it's showtime. The next one, where's the cheapest place to back order right now? The cheapest place to back order is sav.com, but the best place that I have found to back order is dropcatch.com. So hope that answers both of your questions. Sal, good to see you again. Facebook, hello all. Scott, you found 2 I was hoping to steal tomorrow. Now I'm going to have to Scott, I'm sorry. And you know what? I went through this whole list. It was a massive list where I pulled out 194 names, and I did it in under half an hour. I went through like over 80,000 names, and somebody was on the phone with me when I do it. If you ever want to hear me go through a list of 100,000 names in half an hour, you should be on the phone with me. It's pretty cool. Anyway, isn't Audible a trademark? I don't know about that. We'll have to look. Audio is certainly not, and it's audiobooks. It's big. You can check Audible. I'm not really 100% positive. Paul says hi. Who else we got here? My God, there's tons of them. You guys, Corey Joseph. Oh yeah, he's a basketball player for the Raptors. See, I should have known that. I'm embarrassed. Rick, hello. Robert. Rockstar domain list, so many to grab tomorrow. See, I agree, and that's why I was so excited, and that's why I spent half an hour going through this. Well, we haven't even hit the available names, which is going to be great. So it's going to be just as good, so you get ready with your fingers. Some great domains, yes. With the expired domain software, how do you get all those high search count domains in the third column? So what I do is after I filter my list, I just load the list into the expired domain tool, the list that I have, and then I just double click them all to see what the totals are if I haven't already split them up from the tool, but most of the time I'm splitting them up from the tool. Those of you that don't have the expired domain search tool, it is a must. It's $500, and you should make that back within 1 or 2 domains that you pick up and sell. It is an absolutely incredible tool. I use it every day, and I love it. Do you sort through all 2 3-word domains first? Very time consuming. Yes, I do. I go through the 2 and 3. Well, here's how I look at it. I look at 1-word domains in the expired tool, 2-word domains, then I look at 3-word domains, then I look at the list, and then what I do is I will also go through the geos and the names and all that stuff, and then I'll export the list. I'll put it into Excel, and then I'll look at it again, and I'll filter out what I actually decide I don't like out of this list, except for you guys, because I want to show you some examples of stuff that is not good. And then after that, I go through that list, I resort it, and then I import that list back into the expired tool. I move all the numbers over, and I delete the ones that I think don't have enough numbers or whatever else I want to do. But I refine my lists at least twice. Will CPC numbers be available soon? Yes, they're going into the expired domain tool. I'm just waiting for them to finish it. They've been working on quite a few different things, including some bugs in the Mac version that they're trying to work out, which is almost done and is worked on daily. Thanks for adding it to the Dicker software platform. Yes, you're welcome. What is your idea regarding NFT domains? I haven't done a lot with them. Doesn't mean that I shouldn't, but I haven't. Looks great. Okay, so we've got a huge audience. We're going to hit the and backlinks too into the tool. Yes, backlinks will also be added. So you're going to get CPC and backlinks in the tool. If you don't have the expired domain search tool, I would get it right away. I'm happy to do payments with you on it if you need to split it up. It's $500, but I couldn't find all these names without it. I would go crazy, as some of you have done in spreadsheets. So I'm going to close this one down, and then all we have is the. Ooh, that was not a good idea. We'll come to that in a minute. Anyway, I hope you got a lot of those names down for tomorrow. Let's take a look at what are we going to do next? So we did the drop-in names. We've talked about the tool. Next thing is I'll give you another domain that's dropping. I'm going to give you 2 here. You can use this one. That's one, chickensubstitute.com, and then chickensubstitutes.com. It's not dropping tomorrow. It's available now. Go ahead and use the affiliate link and buy them now. While you're doing that, I will tell you that I'm doing 2 managed portfolios where I'm taking over the whole portfolio with people so far, including I list them for sale, I help price them out, I help you sell them, I do all that stuff. If you're interested, reach out. But I'll only pick portfolios I think I can do something with. Also, remember that a domain sale is, for most of you, a domain sale is just the beginning. You're creating a relationship with whoever buys the domain from you. So you can sell them hosting, you can sell them content development, you can sell them social media stuff, set up their accounts for them, their Facebook URL. You can help them with SEO for their website, SEM. You can do consulting, you can do updates, maintenance. It's about building a relationship. So don't think of a domain sale as just a domain sale. All right, let's go to something else. Let's go to, where am I going to go now? Let's go to the topics. So somebody's asking, somebody else said stupendous list. Yes, it's a really good list. I appreciate you acknowledging it. Backlinks will include SEMrush. It will be SEMrush because they have the best API to input them. Then we did another topic in the Art of the Name group. I'm going to switch to it now. It is about this. First, list a topic I can help you master to make you a better domainer. And then we had all kinds of cool stuff in here. So one of the things I want to go through is some of them that were in here. Better negotiation skills during a conversation or phone call. Choosing the best names that never need outbound. Sell easily. You're always going to need some outbound. Probably have a list. Only mental responses make patterns. Selling through marketplaces. Best ones and approaches. Finding email IDs of domain owners. Making lead generation websites. How to find good domains using free tools. Recommendations on hosting, setting up sales templates and all that. Blah, blah, blah. Outbounding, outbound, correct pricing, systemizing, outbound. Those are all things that we're doing in the course. Finding, weeding out the garbage, sanitizing, outbound. It's a lot of outbound. So clearly there's a lot of people looking for things on outbound. Learning to drop domains. Well, that's a really good one. You have to know which ones to drop. They're not all gems. Daily workflow. Even I have domains that I have to drop that probably you guys would like. Finding and reaching out to prospective buyers. Breakdown for the course, outbound, and getting sales. Okay, so clearly there's a lot to be done. And what I can tell you is that a lot of this stuff we are doing in the course. I'm not going to spend much time talking about the course. I'm just going to show you something interesting about it, and then we'll move past that. The course is August 2nd. I only hesitated because I was looking for a slide. Here it is. Here is what we will be doing. That's just the main slide. There's hundreds of slides in here. That's me with one of numerous awards when I was a little bit younger, not that much younger. But anyway, so we are going to cover everything in the master class of the course, and there's about 50 or 60 topics, including everything that you guys asked for in the domain thing. So definitely we need to get you guys to pay attention to that. There are 22 people in the class so far. It's a master class that's turning into a 6-month working coaching group. So basically, it's not just a master class August 2nd. I'm going to work with the 22 plus in that group for 6 months to help them become better domainers. And we're going to have working classes, meaning at least once a month we're going to get together and I'm going to coach one person while other people can listen, and they'll be able to fix and ask people what they actually want to learn and learn all kinds of stuff. So you'll also get 6 months of coaching inside of that group. 22 people in it. It's $1,000. You can pay in 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 payments, whatever you like. I'm trying to make it as easy as possible on you, but basically I'm going to train you like my son to take over my domain business. You will absolutely not want to miss this course. If you haven't got in already, PM me for details and things like that, and I will give you the links. All right, so that's the end of the course stuff. We can get off of that. I'm glad you guys like the funky shirt. I'm going to have to see if there's 2 or 3 comments on the funky shirt, so I'm going to have to see if I can find it for tomorrow. Seriously, right? We talked about the backlinks. Are these names dropping tomorrow? Yeah, all the names that we went over are dropping tomorrow. Now we're going to do a list in a minute or 2 of all the names that are available now that you can actually go and register right away. So let me get to that. Quick update on, you guys really about that shirt. You really like it. I got to find it. I'm going to have to look for it. I'm looking at it in the picture to remember which one it is. I'm pretty sure I have it unless my wife throws it out. She periodically does that. Okay, we're at 40 minutes. We're going to keep this moving. Let me know in the chat if you guys are ready to see the available domain names that you may want to go after. Let me know that while I talk about Snag-A-Name. So Snag-A-Name is up. It's free at the moment. It has updated several times throughout the day. It's got dropping and backordered names, and it's got the ability to download the list of names in any category, as well as add the keywords, so that if you like domains with like hosting in it or whatever you want, hemp or whatever, every time a domain is added, it will be sent to you right away before it even gets added to the drop list. So you'll have a chance to get them before that. So you can avoid some back orders and stuff like that. All right. Also, I have a request for any of you that decide to add me on Facebook or on WhatsApp. Please, I've got about 800 pending Facebook people that want to add me. Probably 99% are spam. So if you do add me, so I know you're not spam, put AOTN in the message, either in Facebook or in WhatsApp, so I know it's somebody from the group, so I can get them. Then, one of the names, we're going to play a little auction game. You guys can decide if you want to bid on it, or we can just ignore it. So the money can go to charity. The winner can pass it off to whatever charity they want. Just let us know. The domain that I grabbed ahead of time, which I think is a really fabulous name, I'm going to put it in the chat. It is called Quote for Cars. So if anybody wants to bid on that name, it will be going to charity. I haven't been able to sign up for Snag-A-Name. It lets me enter all info. When I try to click on the register button, it turns black and won't click. Okay, I will fix that. We will have that fixed by today. Anybody interested in quotes for cars? What domains have you purchased lately? Can you update us on the good domains you acquire? Yeah, that's a very good question. So we have in the course group, we have a section, it's a private group where everybody who's already in the course, the 22 people got in. So one of the things that I did share was an up and coming new trend that people need to get into before it's too late. So I will show you that before we get into the available names. So let me go to that. I'm going to minimize this because I want to see the shirt that I was wearing. And I'm going to share this with you. This is a new thing that's out that you guys need to pay attention to, and it's one of those trends that I give you ahead of time that you should really pay attention to, because it's going to be a huge thing very soon. Google has just approved this, which means it's going to be everywhere. So you definitely want to pay attention to this, and I'm sharing now. So this is about something called BIMI domain names. BIMI domain names, BIMI email verification is what it's called, not BIMI domain names. So it's a verified mark certificate that all companies will need to have for their email. It gives them brand indicators for message identification. So what does it look like in your Gmail? You always get those little letters that show like a G, an A, a C, or whatever it is. Here's the difference. So I'm going to scroll down to here. Here's what your email looks like now when you open up Gmail. Now, if you've got your BIMI logo certified, the email will now look like this, where it actually shows your company name in all of the email platforms, and it says that you're the legitimate one who's allowed to market under this brand because it has your actual logo and it's approved. So they won't be able to send out any more fake emails from CNN or anywhere else. And this is how it's going to appear in Yahoo, in Google, and then everywhere else. So I'm not here to try to sell you certificates, verified mark certificates. That's what the companies need to buy to set up. What I'm telling you is that BIMI domain names and BIMI verification and BIMI verification domain names are going to be a big thing. So when we're done with this, go look up BIMI, B-I-M-I. If you're in the masterclass, you'd already know about this, and you would know these things are big. So there's all kinds of stuff that you will benefit from being in the course. But again, email that looks like this, where it's just got the company on it, just has an E and you don't know what company it is, as opposed to verifying what company it is and knowing that it'll have like a GoDaddy logo here and you'll know it's really from GoDaddy instead of some affiliate spammer trying to spam crap out, is extremely important. So that's my extra tip of the day. Now let's get to the stuff that you guys are waiting for. Okay. We have a bid for quote for cars coming in. We'll look at those after. You guys want to look at the available domain names, don't you? So get ready. We're going to go through them. It's going to be interesting. There are 147 available domain names. We may not even get to our outbound topic, so maybe I should do that first, just so that we can make sure we hit it. Otherwise, we're going to run out of time here. So let me go to the outbound email that I want to share with you guys. So, and you can obviously replace your own domain name with the things that I have in the email. And there's many different ways. The outbound email sample, by the way, you've seen it. It's in the group. Most of you haven't seen it. It's a good outbound email, and it's also in the upload folder that's shared with you guys. So let me share the email for you. I'm going to give you some tips and tricks as we go through it, and then I'll go to the available names because I don't want to run out. So I'll make this a bit bigger for you so you can actually read it. Most of you should have seen it, but I'm going to make some variations of it as we talk about it now so it's more obvious. Hi, my name is Adam Dicker, obviously your name. I noticed you ranked for Trusted Firewall, which is the domain I was doing, but not on page 1. The company that had Trusted Firewall is no longer in business. I've been tasked, meaning you've been given the task of selling the asset Trusted Firewall as part of their asset sale. So now you've sold yourself as a person who is in the middle, who's just trying to sell the asset sale and make money for the company that's no longer in business. That takes you out of being a generic vacuum cleaner salesman who goes door to door. So gives you a bit of credibility, and you can change that around however you like. Now this part, I thought you could be a good candidate for the domain Trusted Firewall since it would rank you on page 1 for the product, and you could add in stuff like it already says you rank on page 2. Maybe you'd like to get on page 1 and go from there. This email is being sent to multiple companies. I spelled that wrong, so I can fix it now. That's what I love about live, to multiple companies that have an interest in trusted firewalls. This creates some urgency. Please contact me if you wish to acquire the name. It's a soft sell. I don't want to sell them hard on this. I want them to be interested, and I want them to get back to me. So this is if you have a domain that is a domain. Now this can work with a geodomain, but you'd have to reword it. Again, you're not selling firewall products in that case. Then you're selling them. It has a number of targeted leads that would match your criteria of what you're looking for or what your business is. If they're a trademark attorney, or if they're filing trademarks, or whatever they're doing, or if they're a plumber, it would be targeted more towards, it will get you ranked on page 1 for Miami plumbers. And since you're a plumber in Miami, you would benefit from extra leads at no cost. And then the other thing you can offer is a partnership. If you're not interested in purchasing a domain name, are you interested in getting leads at no charge and only paying when a lead comes through, and we can work out a percentage on that. So there's a few different ways to approach it. Now, when you're doing outbound, you should send a basic email first, something like this. Then you should do a phone call to try to get a hold of the person, and then you should add them to LinkedIn. And then you do a follow-up email, and the second email says, hey, you didn't respond to my first email, and then just give them a couple more lines of information than that. They will definitely go back to that, hey, you didn't respond to my first email, and see what you were talking about. And then they'll see this email, and then they'll know the second email. And by that email, you've already added them to LinkedIn, so at least they know your name. You're just trying to get the name familiar with them. They probably won't know why, but at least they'll hear the name and know that, hey, I've heard that name a lot in the last few days. Maybe I should pick up the phone or reach out and talk to them and see what's going on. That's how you do your outbound campaigns, and you get them to work. And don't be afraid to pick up the phone. Don't be afraid to email. There are tips and tricks to get through. We're going to go into the outbound sales process crazy in the course and dig deep into it. We're going to provide you, well, I am, all the emails that you need for the sequences for the outbound domains, sales, as well as everything else. 98% of domain sales is outbound sales. So you need to know this stuff if you want to sell domains, unless you just want to sit around and wait for people to come to you, which will not help you sell too many domain names. All right. Let's go back to the questions, and then we're going to go to the available lists. I just wanted to touch on this before we run out of time. There are some questions. Can you paste the domains in chat? Which domains, Afzal? Next question. Is there a reason why you didn't write the domain name in camel case in the emails? I don't know what camel case is. Somebody explain it to me. Using this, should we hide the who is? They don't know we own it. Yeah, I would. I mean, you don't have to. Most domainers, the only time, most end users don't know much about who is. The only thing they want to know is when the domain expires and if they buy it and they renew it. So they're not going to check too often. I haven't seen that as an issue. You can hide it if you want to, but it's not a big deal. Normally, names you sell, I would say, do not put under privacy who is. When sending mass outbound sales emails, how do you avoid them getting spammed? Okay, so here's a quick tip for you. Go to mail.com, sign up at there, get a free account, and use any one of the 200 emails that they have available. So something like they have consultants. One of the domain names, not domain names, one of the emails I use is adam.dicker@consultant.com. gives me some credibility, and it's a good brandable to use. So go to mail.com and get one of those. Also, when you're talking about mass emails, I'm not talking about sending out mass emails. I'm talking about sending out 5 or 6 at a time. And you can do it 2 ways. One, you can set up a quick email account if you have your own server and you know how. Send it from the actual domain name, saying assets at, what was the domain name? Something firewalls. Basically, send it at the domain name and off you go. Okay, camel case, you guys, capital and lowercase letters like Adam Dicker. Yeah, no, I would do it like that. I just didn't do it in the email. So you can do it camel case. Somebody will, we'll have to Google later why it's called camel case. I guess because the big letters are humps. Who knows? And by the way, you spelled Adam Dicker wrong, but I won't hold it against you. That's that. So now, as they say, it's time for the showdown. Who's ready for the showdown? Let's get some. I hope you're not going to be upset that we're going to run a little late with the showdown, but it's going to be good. Nothing else to tell you except you guys should get in the course. There's a week and a half to go till the course goes. You can, anything that you need, whether you want payments on the course, whether you want payments on the expired domain tool, or whether you want consulting and you want to pay by payments, I'm open to it. I just want to make sure you guys get it right. There's no need to apologize, Facebook user. I'm just happy you remembered my name. All right, you guys are saying bring it. You're saying go. Let's take a look at what we can do here. Get rid of all the other menus that I don't need, and let's take a look. All right. I don't know what domains we're going to do. I know we're about to do the available ones. We're 52 minutes in, so you guys, I hope you really enjoyed. Let me know if you really enjoyed that drop list, because I worked hard on it, and I'm happy you guys got some really good names out of it. I think there's great names. All right, let's shut off the go, and let's share. So these are names that are currently available for you to register, and good luck. There's some really good ones. Here we go. And they're off. I'll start with the crappy ones first, and you can decide what you want. Obviously, there's 147 names. It's going to take a little bit to get to the good ones. Royal Lingerie Company. And again, there's some in here that I left that are bad, so you do not have to. I'll tell you not to get those, so don't rush too fast. Royal Lingerie Company, interesting brandable. Vinyls Factory, again, great for records, 175 people a month. Fireside Subs, lots of companies call themselves Fireside Subs. It may be a trademark, I don't think so, but it's a really good name. Secure Token Offerings, really good for ICOs, initial coin offerings. Ocean's Buffet, lots of companies wouldn't bother with it, but lots of companies like it. Flipping cell phones, if you're in the cell phone business and you want to flip cell phones, that's available. Valentine's Day quotes, only good for one day, I wouldn't bother with it. Clothing sanitizer, this is a great product, great name, great cleaner, you could use it and it could be your business. Clear Choice Dentist, well, it's a clear choice to me, so I think that one's good. I'm just checking a quick message on my phone to see something, and then I will continue with the list. It's related to what we're doing. Okay, Hummingbird Tracker, for those of you that have hummingbirds, I guess that's a good thing. I wouldn't register it. Whiten Smiles, definitely a good domain for a dentist or teeth whitening. Cutest Logos, great brandable. Ketone Guru, 2,600 people. Cafe Hobbit, there's quite a few of those. Hispanic Culture, also good. It's Hispanics Culture, great for an information site. Med Concierge, for medical concierges that can help you with stuff, goes well with prescriptions, assistance, also good. Uncaged Chef would be a great brand for a chef or a personal chef or somebody like that. Even a restaurant, I think it's just a great brandable. Social ghosting, big popular thing, available right now. Lots of people get ghosted. Education's First. I think this is a good name, even though it's got the S on it. Education First would be good. Education's First sounds also okay to me, 3,500 people. Passport Photo USA, Customs Courses. Again, not crazy about the S there. I would probably leave that one, but it's got traffic. It's up to you. Kitchen Store Outlet, also a good name. People are always, there's all kinds of kitchen store outlets. Magnet Belts, popular. Denver Light Railway. Okay, this is another thing. The DLR, don't bother registering this. Lots of traffic, but what are you going to do with it? Contractor Insurances, good name. It's still, even with the S, it's still good, worth registering. Google Diaries, obviously a trademark, probably don't want to register that. Here's the other version of Passport Photo US and Passport Photo USA with the S and without the S. Okay, this one, Green Bay Packets. It's a typo of the Green Bay Packers. Gets 5,800 people a month looking for it. Now, if you could do packets, some sort of packets that represent Green Bay that isn't infringing on the Green Bay Packers, you would have a good business. So I left that in there for you guys. Interesting. Litter Stars. So this would be a company that picks up trash or does stuff like that. It's a decent brandable. Now, if you want a brandable and you sell cupcakes, Baby Girls Cupcakes is a good name. Gloves maker, preferred glove makers. Again, watch the S on something like this, but hard to explain the traffic. Alternate proteins, very good. People are stocking up on protein bars and protein powders. Great Western Wines, great name for a site if you like Great West and Wines. Very good. You can sell wines there like crazy. Android mobile phones, interesting. Android's a trademark. Depending on what you do with it, you got to be careful. You could do a review site or something like that where if you're promoting them, it's not a problem. This one I had to Google. 8,200 people. A jet drum sander is an actual tool. I am useless with my hands, so I wouldn't know what it was. Here's the chicken substitutes and that I gave you earlier, and chicken substitutes. Here is baby girl cakes to go with baby girl cupcakes. 8,700 a month. Federal employee news. This is here, 9,300 people a month, but unless you've got a news site that you want to do, I don't know what you can do with it. Food direct service. Could be a delivery service, you call it FDS, whatever you wanted to do. A theology chair, 10,000 people look for a theology chair. That's a lot. Grapefruit for diet, there are grapefruit diets, 10,000 a month. Organizing a toolbox, interesting. I think it could be just anything that fits in a toolbox to help organize it. Human Nature Foundation, this is reminds me of when I sold the Human Fund for a few $1,000s that I say was on Seinfeld, and they called it the Human Fund when George got gag gifts for everybody, so that reminded me of that. Electronic nasal aspirator, sounds good. 12,000 people look for it. It's a product. You can register that right now. Please, well, I'll take a break for a second because we haven't got to the really good ones yet. Please post the names in the chat that you got and tell me which ones you liked. Vintage theater posters. That one's a good one. People love vintage theater posters, and they have them and they collect them, so that one's good. Maryland Unemployment Office, 13,000 people Google that. Drinking machines. This is also a really good one for beverage machines, soda machines. Drinking machines are great. They're everywhere, vending machines. Funny truckers. I don't know what to do with this, but good for videos and stuff, I guess, or pictures. New cars discounts. I don't like the S there, but some people Google it that way. Colorful wax. The last thing I'd be worried about if I got something wax is that it was colorful, but it could be for candles too. Express Sports News, big traffic, 18,000 people, good for a sports news site. Jaipuri Saris, please, if I pronounce it wrong, don't get mad, 18,000 people looking for it. Free image stocks, which is good for image pictures. Windsor Motels, 22,000 people. It's a border town in Ontario, which is where I live. People look for motels there all the time. Don't know what I would do with it. Directory would have to be. Portable car vac for car vacuum. I think that's a really good name and a good brand, but you'd have to have a product to sell there. Sporty hoodies. I think that's good. Good name if you want to sell sporty hoodies. Suntan remover. Most people want to get tans on. This one wants it off. Disinfection sprayers, 24,000. Designing agencies. Great name for a designing agency. 25,200. Obviously, you'd prefer the singular. Credit transferring. So if you have a credit and you want to transfer it to somebody, it's not bad. Games paddle. I don't mind the S here that much, but I prefer game paddle, although games tells me it's electronic online games. I'll let that go. This one I like. I've always liked everything to do with APIs. This is an APIs list. Everybody and every company that has anything online has an API. You could list them. Milk for nuts. I guess that's how they get almond milk. Artificial ventilator. 30,000 people looking for an artificial ventilator. It's a product and it's an expensive one. Gel sanitizing, probably sanitizing with some gel. Branded bikini. I guess companies could advertise on them and do all kinds of cool stuff. 34,000 people looking for branded bikinis. Pack backpack. This is something you could do, and people like Ellen do it on their show where they set up backpacks for charities or for people that are homeless, and they give them a pack backpack. Could be interesting. This is a big one. Licensing brand. You can license any brand or any product with something like this. Big domain name. Aluminum air battery. I didn't know what it is. I Googled it. It's a real thing. 42,000 people are looking for it. Mexican food names. 42,000 people, but I'm not sure what you would do with it. I probably wouldn't take it. Album covers design. For those that are still into vinyl, there seems to be a lot of album cover stuff going around. Handloom weaves, 44,000. It is a product. We're getting to the good stuff. We're still a long way from it because we've got a lot of names. So hope your hands don't get tired, and I'll look at some of the stuff in a second. We just passed the hour mark. Healthy recipe diet. Interesting. Free addicting game. Also good. Addicting Games is one of the first sites that came out that had free games. Virtual wedding invitation. Well, everybody's sending a virtual wedding invitation, so virtual wedding invitation or invitations is a good name. This one, Toy Dong, I guess that's a sex company that would have all kinds of interesting stuff. Now, if your name is Jordan, you can grab Sir Jordan before Michael Jordan wants it and give it to your son or whoever you want named Jordan. Cloned apps, also a very good domain name. Certified refurbished. So there's always laptops on Best Buy and everywhere else where they say they're refurbished or whatever. You could have certified refurbished. This one I just left because I didn't know what to do with it. I'm more impressed that 53,800 people are looking for goatfund.com. I don't know what they're doing. Hope they're not in our group. Indoor Plays, great name. Great for a company who does plays and things like that. Famous movie quotes. Again, tons of sites dedicated to movie quotes and sayings and things like that. I told you it's a big list. Flex cuffs. This could be either for cufflinks or it could be some sort of handcuff brand. Foundations Home. I love this name because I have sold domains to companies that fix foundations. So I like it even though it doesn't sound grammatically correct. They're fixing the foundations in homes. Gloves without fingers. Could be golf gloves, bowling gloves, could be anything, but that's a business right there. Smart Lock Wi-Fi. I think this is a really good product. I don't know what I would do with it, but it's a name that I would want. Smart Lock Wi-Fi. Face bombs. This, again, being a guy that doesn't use a face bomb, I had to Google it, but it is a very popular product with 85,000 people a month looking for face bombs. Family Singer, Carrot Dish, National Assembler, Infant Feed. This could be anything from infant formula to how to feed infants, could be anything or all the things that you can give to an infant. International Court Justice, don't bother, 99,000, don't know what you do with it. Kids Outdoor Chairs, great. It's a good domain name, it's a product, and they're good for outdoor chairs. Now we have a respirator, artificial respirator now, different than the other one we had. Dress code, man, interesting. Online Spanish learning, good domain name, available now. Miss Jessie, if your name is Jessie, Miss Jessie sounds good and brandable. Rehab Inpatient, great domain name. Rehab Inpatient, most rehabs take in inpatients, not outpatients. Cleaner Soap, could be a soap made from products that don't include animals, could be anything, but it's a cleaner soap and people look for it. Girls Night Ideas, great domain for setting up what you would do on Girls Night. Good domain name. Move Over Darling. I'm not sure what you'd want to do with this one, but it was too good to pass up with 148,000. It sounds like three good words that go together. I'm just not sure what you want it for. So we had Sporty Hoodies. Now we have Sporty Hoodie. The singular has more traffic than the plural. Both are available. Asian Giant Hornets. I know all of you are dying to get stung by this one. 173,000. I believe Asian Giant Hornet is also available. Sari's Manufacturer, 179. Mink Farmer, don't really believe in fur coats, but it's there. Car wash spray, some sort of special wax for your car. Past pandemics, if you want an information site, lots of people want information on it. Best Songwriters is pretty good. You could do something with that. Chicken Substitute, we talked about, the singular and the plural. Rent Expenses. This is a really good domain name. I'm not sure what you could do with it besides break it down or maybe teach people how to budget or something like that, but it's a great domain name that's available. Social Work Values, I like that one. Practicing Nurses, this one is available. For those of you that missed the other one, this is available for registration now, and somebody's going to get it today, I'm sure. Quote for Cars, I already have. I took it. We will give it to somebody who wants it and who wants to do something with it. Guaranteed money back. This sounds like a good name for something like a Rakuten or anything that gives you money back after your purchase. Mosaic Backsplash Tile. Lots of traffic, people looking for Mosaic Backsplash Tile, and it's a product. Backbone Pain. Great for a chiropractor. Hope you guys are still with me. Give me something in the chat that tells me you've got some of these and what's going on. Freelancing website, also a really good domain name for freelance, freelancer. Game headphone, very good for game headphone or game headphones, whatever you want. Turkish newspaper, if you speak Turkish. Keto weight loss, also good. Add a Girl. What a great name for a, even though girl spelt with a U, I think this is a great name for a brand. Add a Girl. Cute French Bulldogs. Again, 438,000 people looking for great, cute French Bulldogs. Metal bunk beds, also a product, 476,000. Swift Wicks. This reminds me of a Swift Kick, and I like Swift Wicks as a name of a candle store. Brandable. Start thinking out of the box like this, where you can replace one letter, and it's a really cool brandable. Life Minimalist. If that's you, you could talk about the minimalist lifestyle. Minimalist lifestyle. Outdoor fun games, also interesting. Bands for fitness. This could be anything. I don't know what kind of bands it is. Could be bands around your wrist, could be anything. Could be music for fitness. You pick now. Jeez. Okay, so this is a pick site for sports picks or anything you want, or lottery picks or anything. You pick now. Website for writers, a really good domain name. You can tell we're getting into the really quality stuff, and I haven't lost anybody yet. Website for writers, great domain name. All right, take a look while you're there. Go ahead and like the video or the post that you're watching, and then we will continue on, and I will take a look in a second at some of the comments. I think some of you are going to like some of these a lot as we get going further down the list, because now we're at the real quality. Block wallpaper. I don't know what that is. I had to Google it, but it's a real thing. Cast iron weight is a real thing. Galaxy smartwatch. Sorry, I had to sneeze. Live show. That cast iron weight is interesting. Galaxy smartwatch. Be careful. Galaxy is obviously Samsung Galaxy. I don't know what you do with that. Pain relieves. Weird two words, but they go together. Just the wrong grammar. Photoshop images. I guess you could do photos of shop images rather than Photoshop images if you really want to split hairs, but don't do anything to do with Photoshop. This one is an odd one. Industrial farmhouse decor. I mean, you're talking 1.2 million people looking for industrial farmhouse decor. I don't really know what they're looking for, but there's traffic. iPad holder. Interesting. Again, trademark. Be very careful. I wouldn't register it, but it's available. Exams that students would write, could be anything, could be online courses, anything. Foot the Coacher. This one is really weird. This is a coach from Japan who calls himself Foot the Coacher. I Googled it, and he has a lot of traffic. So he goes by Foot the Coacher. Most of you are going to Google this afterwards. It's pretty weird, but I didn't see what he does, but I don't think it could be anything. Brain Pap. Now, I think this is a Brain Pop, which is a game manufacturer. I'm not positive, but a lot of people could use a Brain Pap smear to see if there's anything there, if they have any brain cells that are active at all. I left it here just because I didn't know what to do with it. Asian giant hornet, that's a singular. People look for the singular more than the plural. Oops, we jumped ahead a little too much. We're almost done. Massage for girls. 6 million people Googling massage for girls, so that's probably a good one. The Treasury Department, you can get that if you want to. I wouldn't bother. It's there. Recipe for dog food. This is another really popular one. People want to make homemade dog food. This would be a great authority site for a whole bunch of recipes for dog food, and you can make a crap load of money off of traffic for that. News about football, a huge, huge traffic domain. Lots of search terms, lots of stuff. If you like football as in soccer or football as in football, I think it should be a soccer site and would be a great site. The design elements. This could be anything to do with any product that's designed for websites or anything you want. It's a huge, huge brand that you could use for anything, and you could offer all the design elements quite good. Disabled working. Huge domain, the best on the list here today as far as traffic goes. Disabled working and disabled workers and disabled working from home is huge. Hopefully you can help some disabled people find some work. That's an excellent domain list. It's all available. It will be uploaded into the group where you guys know I put the stuff after this call. Let's go back and see some comments. Did you enjoy those? Please post what you got in the chat now that we've done the list, and I will look at what's there. Kevin Moore, great list. Stephen, the folks back home are proud of your drop list ability. Excellent, excellent. Appreciate that. Anybody have any other questions or anything they want to talk about, or talk about the names that they got? These names will be available shortly. So what do you guys get? Come on, post what you got. All right, nobody's posting. I will give it a bit more time, and then I will say adios. Anybody else have any comments? I hope you enjoyed today's drop list. There is a ton of great available names. There's also a ton of really good names dropping tomorrow. So hopefully you got a lot of really good ones out there. Mark says Miss Jessie. Yeah, that's pretty cool. It's a real good brandable for her, and she's going to like it. We'll see. Epic says processing, but not going through. We'll see what that happens with. Not going through yet. Sorry, Joe. Hopefully it does. Disabled working would be huge. And it was available, so somebody hopefully will get it. Tried recipe for dog food. Well, hopefully you get that one, Joe. Hopefully some of these go through. Like the people are saying, thanks for the weekly lessons. Happy to do so. I hope you're getting some good value out of these. Was able to get chicken substitutes. Good. Hopefully you guys are getting some really good value out of these. I'll keep doing them as long as you are. Kevin got outdoor gun games and game headphone. Okay, also good. Outdoor fun games. I was going to say, what is an outdoor gun game? You little devil, Kevin. Anyway, maybe that is a good domain. Who knows? Okay, everybody. Again, please leave comments on the video. Please like the videos and the posts. Feel free to reach out to me should you need anything or have any questions. You know how to reach me on my cell and mobile, 416-884-0535. I'll post it in the chat. Actually, I'll post it in a banner so you can see that. Somebody else says great lists. Yeah, these lists are the lists that will separate you from being an average or a crappy domainer to being a great domainer that actually can find the gems. Feel free to message me if you have any questions. And there we go. Let's see, we got some more comments coming in. Great lists, thanks. Epic says, available when they add to cart, domain website for writers, not available for the service or type. Means probably somebody grabbed it from you, John, I don't know. Or who was that? Now they're coming in like crazy. That was Richard. Thanks. I got online Spanish learning and metal bunk beds. Good products. Thanks for all your information as always. Happy to help. John got backbone pain. That's a good one. Electronics. Oh, the aspirator. Oh, yes. Clone app, sport hoodie. Yeah, you got some good ones. You guys are okay. Now it's really starting to pour in. Secure token offerings. That's good. Great show. Greg, alternate proteins, kids outdoor chairs, and chicken substitute. The design elements, good one, Vicky. That one's going to be a good one. Poor Joe, website for writers. She's still trying. Okay, everybody, have a great day. Like the post, share it to your friends, invite people to the group. And by all means, if you want to learn everything about the industry in a day, get in the domain course. Happy to split up payments however you need, but it's going to be an ongoing work group for 6 months where you'll learn everything. Have a great day, and feel free to post your comments. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.